The Black Label is trying something bold in 2025. They want to be luxury in K-pop, scarce, elite, visually untouchable. But luxury only works when people already belong. For their newer act, that scarcity might be turning into silence. Today, we're digging into Teddy Park's vision, how it's playing out on Somi, Meow, All Day Project, and even Isna, and whether this luxury blueprint is genius or the start of a downfall. Hi everyone, it's Genealogy here. We're not going to talk about the fact that it's been 2 years since my last video. Listen, life just happened, but I'm so happy to be back, and I'm hoping that this time I don't get burnt out and I continue to do this because I genuinely do enjoy it, even though I've only done it once. I have been a little active on TikTok, and by that I mean like 2-3 videos, but today I am back with kind of another YG topic. There's so many layers to the company. I mean, every company has so many layers, like SM. So if anyone wants me to do a deep dive on them too, please let me know in the comments. But for today, I will be talking about the Black Label, the things that they've been doing, and basically the way they've been managing their groups and what that means for the company and the groups and even the solo acts under the company, and how their future is going to turn out in K-pop. So let's get started. I even have a script and everything for this video. It's like, oh, sorry for that reflection. It's 1,200 words, so this one is going to also be another yap session, but I'm hoping I can contain myself. So we're going to start by the man, the legend himself, Teddy Park. If I keep looking down, it's because I'm reading from my little script thing, but I will be also commentating. So let's get into it. Teddy Park was born Park Hong-joon in 1978 in Seoul, moved to California as a child, and attended Diamond Bar High School. He debuted with One Time in 1998 under YG Entertainment and later became an in-house producer after the group's hiatus in 2006. So what I found was they never actually announced that the group disbanded, so they're technically not disbanded. They've just been on like a 2-decade-long hiatus. So over the years, Teddy produced for Big Bang, 21, Blackpink, shaping YG's sound. In 2016, he co-founded the Black Label, giving him more creative control. Today, the label represents or produces for artists like Somi, Meow, and All Day Project. So these are the specific artists that have debuted under the company. However, there are many solo artists that the company also manages. Zion T, RT, Vince, Brian Chase, Taeyang, and of course, Rosé. So Teddy went from star rapper to behind-the-scenes architect, building an entire brand ecosystem. So I've just always been very interested about Teddy. He has always been such a topic within the K-pop sphere, especially within the Blackpink fandom, because that man is the genius behind their music. However, the genius is starting to become a little repetitive, and we're going to be talking about this because it's not giving genius anymore. It's giving tired. It's giving we're not trying hard enough because we already have an established name. So let's get into his relationship and history with Blackpink. If my hair keeps changing, it's because I play with it a lot. It's like a tick I have. But anyways. So Blackpink, I've already talked about them in my YG video. I'm not gonna get so deep into them, but it's important to mention Blackpink when talking about Teddy because Teddy is not a very public person. He's quite private. I was not able to dig up much information on him, to be honest with you. The only time I've ever seen this man is on the Blackpink documentary, and even then he was wearing a mask and a hat and everything. So he's a very private dude.
For let's say a good 6 years, seen her cry once.
Blackpink's brand is all about limited comebacks, iconic visuals, and strong fashion affiliations. Teddy was central to their success, producing and co-writing their biggest hits. This scarcity model worked when K-pop fandoms were still album-based. But in today's algorithm-driven world, the constant content cycle means long hiatuses can kill momentum. Scarcity only works when the brand is already a religion. For newer acts, silence reads as irrelevance, not mystery. So obviously we all know this. Somehow the whole disappearing, coming back after a year thing really worked with Blackpink, because I think YG just decided to they conditioned the fandom into being starved, and then they get their little treat, which is like a mini album of 4 songs, and then they're like, yes, this is the best thing ever, and we'll eat it up every single time. Now, I hope you don't think I'm a hater. I know the blinks are a little scary, but my first K-pop, I mentioned this before, my first K-pop group technically after 21 was Blackpink. The Sour Candy, that Lady Gaga song, changed the trajectory of my life. Like, I'm sitting here recording a K-pop analysis video, like life-changing things. But we all know that the whole scarcity thing, I can't even say it was a matter of quality and not quantity, because okay, so 2016 to 2020 Blackpink, I would say quality was there. Their music was good, it was very mainstream, which explains their explosion in the West as well, and it worked for them. But for the next artist we're going to be talking about, this formula did not really work the way the Black Label hoped it would. The artist we are going to be talking about is Somi. So Somi was a contestant on Produce 101, which is, I think it was an Mnet survival, everything is an Mnet survival program, and she ended up winning and became the center of the girl group IOI. She was under JYP at the time, and she was allegedly going to debut with ITZY, but then she, I think, terminated her contract with JYP and decided to sign under the Black Label in 2018. And she released her song Birthday in 2019. So when someone mentions Somi to me, the first song that pops in my head is Dum Dum. That song was everywhere. I could not scroll any of my socials without seeing Dum Dum come up. And then she was able to follow it up with XOXO. Even fast forward, she released a mini album which was called Game Plan, and she was honestly doing really well. Somi was everywhere for a very short period of time. She had her own show that had 2 episodes with Hyuna and Chaeyoung of Twice, which very interesting lineup, very, very interesting women indeed. Oh god, the ones are gonna come at me. Oh. But genuinely, Somi was everywhere. So what the hell happened? In 2023, Somi had uploaded a TikTok in which she was seen with a Starbucks cup. And at the time, and I think even now, Starbucks was in the list of boycotted brands due to, I can't say this on YouTube, but I know you know what it was due to. And that rightfully, she faced a lot of backlash for it. Although I have heard something about the Starbucks in Korea not being independent from Starbucks. But nevertheless, it was still a promotion of, it was a promotion of Starbucks, a brand that was boycotted at the time. Whether the funding of the Korean branch went directly into the events occurring in the Middle East, I don't think that's really the issue here. It is the issue, do not get me wrong, but it's just the fact that she was basically promoting this brand that was on a list. So that, I think personally, definitely changed people's opinions on Somi, and that was kind of like the downfall of her career, because after that I genuinely did not see her anywhere. No one talked about her, or maybe it was just me. Maybe you guys heard about her. Like, let me know, because I think the aftermath of the Starbucks thing, it definitely like dimmed her spotlight. So finally, Somi had a comeback in 2025, and the album, I think it's called Chaotic and Confused. Now, I didn't check out this album or the music videos for the comeback because it was AI. I saw the clips. This is like, we don't like really like Black Label. Can you not pay actual people, actual editors? Like, did you really have to use AI in the music video? Like, that's a whole different issue. But I feel like, in my opinion, Somi's career is giving chaotic and confused, because she was doing so well. Like, she was genuinely blowing up. Everyone loved her. She was everywhere. I saw so many like clips of her at that time, but then the whole Starbucks thing happened. And then this new song, I don't know if it charted or if it did well, but I didn't see much discussion about it within the community itself. So even if it charted in Korea, I feel like K-pop stans were definitely quiet about it, and she doesn't have the same momentum that she did, because to me, what the Black Label and Titty is doing with Somi is trying to put everything that made Blackpink into a soloist. Like, there are so many elements that was borrowed from Blackpink's brand that is being inserted into Somi's brand. The most obvious one being the blonde hair. Listen, I know blonde hair is not exclusive. I'm blonde right now. It's not exclusive to Rosé of Blackpink. However, it's a matter of keeping it for a long time and the longevity of it. And Somi has been blonde for like, what, 3-4 years now? Which I remember her saying she never wanted to go blonde. And now here we are. And obviously there's the musical identity. She's always associated with Blackpink. People think of her as Blackpink's little sister. There was also that one instance where she spoiled Pink Venom on an Instagram live. Like, her brand is tied so much to Blackpink's brand that Somi hasn't been able to forge her own identity in the industry. And I think in the first few years of her career, it wasn't as big of an issue. But now, in the big year of 2025, where K-pop is extremely oversaturated, there are groups dropping out of everywhere, she needs to have a brand. And I don't know if going forward we're going to see more musical activity from her, or if she's going to drop more songs. I guess I'll just come back in 2 years and analyze that, because for now, it's not looking very good. So, our next act is Meow, which I'm actually excited to talk about, because I'm very interested in these girls. I initially was a little hesitant. There was a lot of noise around this group. I remember when there were selfies dropped like a year ago of the like supposed members of this group, and everyone was like, oh my god, like the granddaughter of the CEO of Samsung is gonna be in it. This group is so like, this is pure nepotism. Like, we really got to this point where now the word in Korean, I think, is chaebol, where they're all just debuting and I don't know, glamorizing K-pop and the idol life. But obviously Annie didn't end up debuting with Meow, but we'll get into all their projects. So Meow debuted on September 6, 2024 with a self-titled song under the Black Label with the members Narin, Gayon, Annie, Suin, and Ella, who is a model, also associated with Blackpink's Jennie, and quickly gained attention for their vibrant sound. Their track Hands Up, a Brazilian funk-inspired anthem, won them their first music show trophy in May 2025. The group has publicly mentioned that Blackpink's Rosé gave them advice ahead of debut, telling them to love music deeply. That doesn't mean that Rosé is actively mentoring them, but it does signal that the Black Label is leveraging its top artist reputation to elevate new acts, which is basically what I've been saying this entire time. Like, the Black Label is just using the, I guess, blueprint that they made, like Teddy Loki invented for Blackpink, and applying it to all of the new debuting artists. It's a YG thing, since the Black Label is a subsidiary of YG. It all started with YG, and now here we are. We have a little company who is also trying to do the same thing. I will say though, YG is a little, I don't know, things are looking a little different with Baby Monster, and I will be working on a video about them actually, as like a follow-up to my previous video, so let me know in the comments if you're excited about that. However, in my opinion, Meow's challenge now is to maintain an authentic identity rather than becoming another mood board group. If Teddy allows the music to lead rather than overstyling, Meow could be the Black Label's first long-term success story. And I stand by it. I think the girls have a lot of potential. Initially, I was very hesitant to look into them and to listen to them. And to be honest with you, maybe their songs aren't exactly my style. However, the potential there with the girls is great. They are always singing. Well, most of the clips I've seen of them are live. The mics are on. They are dancing. They are performing. Like, they are being idols. And I am thoroughly enjoying any clip of Meow that ends up on my feed. And I love that for them. However, I feel like there is a bit of a musical identity crisis. And it's not exclusive to Meow. A lot of groups nowadays suffer from this, where they don't really have a musical identity because of TikTok and the oversaturation of the music industry in general, and how you have to make music that is TikTok friendly basically, and you can just loop it on and on and on. So that has definitely caused an issue in the, broad music industry sphere. But I genuinely think if the Black Label genuinely sit down and they think and plan a good concept and a good musical direction for Meow, I do see them going places. Like, the girls have the potential for that. And I genuinely wish them all the best in the world, because they are so freaking cute too. Now, all-day project. I'm sure if you guys are chronically online, you've definitely seen that things on this group. But let's get into it. So All Day Project is a co-ed group under the Black Label, which debuted on June 23rd, 2025 with the single Famous. Members include Annie Moon, granddaughter of Samsung's Charman, which is crazy, Tarzan, Bailey, Wuchan, and Youngsu. The debut overshadowed by controversy, accusations of cultural appropriation, and the revelation that Annie is a Chaebol descendant sparked debates about privilege in K-pop. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Tarzan's eccentricism. I don't even know what to call it. Like, I don't know what the Black Label was thinking with this guy. Like, this is bad. Like, in the same timeline that Kiss of Life got cancelled for that horrendous live stream, how is this guy still active? Oh, sorry about the mirror. How is he, like, hello? What? Okay, listen, I'm not black, right? However, I am a person of color. I'm Middle Eastern. And our culture is always glamorized in the West when this pause is a little too long, when it's advantageous to them, when it serves them right, when it's good for them and bad for us. And they always steal things from different cultures, especially Middle Eastern and South Asian culture. Like, we are always getting screwed by the West. Now, K-pop has this thing of getting Black culture and doing that to it. The entire existence of K-pop is reliant on the hip-hop culture. And listen, so many groups have done so many cringe things, and they've tried to mimic Black people and turned it into like an aesthetic, which is so fucked up. But I don't know how the hell we are doing this as a brand for an artist in 2025. Like, take out those, are they cornrows or braids? I don't know. I don't look at him hard enough to see what he has, like what hairstyle he has. I just know I don't want to look at it. Like, I don't want to see it. I'm sorry, I don't want to see it. So All Day Project is a very, very interesting project, and I don't know, like, I don't feel good about them. I don't watch their stages, I don't listen to their songs, I don't care. And it's such a shame because I was so excited for Bailey. I was so psyched for her debut. I wanted to see where Youngso ended up, and after leaving Islet, like, I was like, hello, where are you going? And then when they announced she's debuting with All Day Project, I was like, huh, what a shift. But now it's like, I don't even want to look at this group. I don't even want to acknowledge them. Like, and it's all because of Tarzan. And obviously the way that the company is handling him, like, instead of, I don't know, at least trying to fix the issue and clean it up, it's like they want to aggravate people. They're like, yeah, we talk about it. I'm sitting here talking about it right now. I guess it worked. Like, they're rage baiting us. Now let's talk about ISNA. ISNA isn't technically under the Black Label. They are under Wake One because they're the product of the survival show that I forgot the name of, that I will pop up right here. But they debuted November 5th, 25th. Oh my god, 2024. But their music is produced by Teddy and the Black Label. They even won their first music show award with Sign, produced by Teddy. This collaboration lets the Black Label expand its influence without directly managing more artists, a strategic shift toward becoming a creative house or boutique production brand rather than a traditional agency. However, spreading their aesthetic too widely risks overexposure and dilutes their exclusivity. What made them luxury could soon feel generic. So that's just like basically what I said earlier in the video, is that the Teddy formula, which I will get into right now, is becoming very repetitive and so easy to predict and spot at this point that it's getting exhausting. And if I'm not mistaken, ISNA had a comeback recently, and it just sounded like every other Teddy song ever to me. Like, my brother in Christ, this song is like this is so tired, stop it. It's not working out in this decade. Please change it up. Like, we are closer to the 2030s than we are to the 2020s. Like, please change it up. Like, we need something new. And the thing is, I know he has the resources for this because the tracks they produced for K-pop Demon Hunters. So it's like, what kind of fuck ass brand is this? So the Teddy formula, we all know the Teddy formula, but let me break it down a little bit. production blueprint that built K-pop's most iconic sound and might now be the very thing that is holding the Black Label back is referred to as the Teddy formula. Teddy's songwriting structure isn't instantly recognizable. It almost always follows a reverse drop or dual climax format. So we have an intro, the first verse, pre-chorus, anti-drop chorus, bridge or rap section, beat switch, and then the final chorus. So instead of resolving melodically, his songs build toward a second peak, that explosive cinematic outro designed to hit like an adrenaline rush. It's made for replay value and short-form virality. Sonically, Teddy leans hard on 808s, trap drums, and metallic synth mixed with bright pop gloss. He loves a reverse vocal chop or snare that becomes the song's signature hook. There's almost always a bridge that shifts tempo or key. So from a marketing angle, the Teddy formula isn't just about music, it's about exclusivity. Sparse releases, cinematic visuals, luxury brand tie-ins, all reinforcing the illusion that each drop is an event. It worked perfectly in the streaming boom of 2016-2020 when mystique equaled power. But in 2025, the same precision feels mechanical. What was once revolutionary now risks predictability. Listeners can sense the structure before the chorus even hits. And when everyone, from So Me to Meow to Isna, starts sounding like echoes of that original design, the brand's distinctiveness fades. The Teddy formula still sells. But the audience has evolved. Luxury without evolution turns into routine. And routine is the enemy of hype. Like that part, I fully had to read from the script because there was nothing I could really input on that. I may play a goofy little instrument, but I'm not that deeply into making music myself. So I didn't really know the exact terms and stuff. So I hope that explained things, but you guys all know the Teddy formula. I didn't need to explain it, but I just did for the sake of the video. So as the title of the video suggests, I believe that the Black Label wants to become like an exclusive and elite K-pop company. I don't think that they want to be on like a big group, Big Four company. But technically they are a subsidiary of YG, so they are a part of the Big Four, but I don't think they want to rise in that sense. I think they want to rise in the sense that they want to establish themselves as a high-end company, and they kind of want to, in my opinion, change the image of their brand. However, it's like, how can you send your groups and these rookie idols who have just come out of the womb, by the way, how are they all younger than me? How do you send them to Paris Fashion Week, but then have Tarzan cosplay as a black man, which is crazy to do, and expect your brand to be taken seriously? I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't know who the hell on the team thought this could go hand in hand, but listen, I might be wrong. And in 2 years I come back and then I'm like, oh, guys, maybe I was wrong about this. But I don't know. Black Label's goal is to operate like a boutique luxury brand, sleek, selective, and elite. But the tactics clash with current entertainment economics. The company prioritizes low output and strong visual control, cross-label collaboration like Isna, and aesthetic experimentation like All Day Project. Meanwhile, today's algorithms reward frequent engagement and storytelling. Scarcity works after identity is cemented, not before. Which is basically the Blackpink case, yes. The Blackpink already had an identity. They were already established. And the scarcity tactic worked for them ridiculously well. Like, my God. But that doesn't mean that it's going to work for every group. Like, Blackpink was like a once-in-a-generation kind of phenomenon. And I don't think we will ever get an act like that again out of K-pop, where they just rise to the top of the top, sit next to the biggest celebrities in the world, and barely have a discography. Like, that's crazy. The Black Label keeps expanding its Black Label sound. It risks turning couture into mass market pop. As in the script, isn't the script just eating? Isn't this just like such a cunty little script? I'm so proud of it. Like, I love it so much. But anyways, so now we've looked at everything from like a factual view. If I were a CEO, or well, if I were the CEO of the Black Label, what the hell would I do? You may ask. After all of this ranting and complaining, you're like, okay, girl, what is your solution to this? And let me tell you. So for Somi, first of all, I think this whole this vibe isn't just working for her. Like, Somi is giving, like, she should have been more of a relatable influencer. So I think that opening up a YouTube channel herself and doing a show would help her image a lot. I imagine like she could do like goofy little things. She could go visit different places. She could try new challenges. She could hang out with her idol friends, because my god, Somi is friends with the entire fucking industry. She could do so much with that, and I think that would help in her getting back on the people's good side thing. And I think for her releases, I think maybe 2 comebacks a year. Who said that? Ooh, how dare I mention that? But I think like every 6 months maybe, or even if there's going to be like a release per year, at least the gap shouldn't be a whole year between the 2 releases. Like, keep the gaps a little shorter. And you know, I think the best way for her to be able to move forward is to maintain engagement with the vlogs and collaborations. And it would honestly, I think, help. I think that suits her well, because she's also like white Asian. I know for a fact that she would be a very relatable figure to a lot of people in the world. So I think if she did that, it would work out a lot better for her. And musically speaking, what's that one song that she had where it did really well? Hold on, I need to look it up real quick. Anymore. That song, I think, even though it's not my cup of tea, I think it fit her so well. I think Somi suits that girl next door aesthetic a lot more than whatever the hell the Black Label, excuse me, is trying to do with her. So that would be my plan for Somi. Meow. I said earlier, I think the girls are eating it up. They are so good. They are so talented. Like, I am in awe of how versatile Nadine is. Like, what the hell? She just might be like my new, like my rookie bias right now. Like, she's magnetic on that stage. However, I think that they need a musical identity, and we need to let the music lead. And we could do like they could, like SM started this whole trend of recording behind the scene stuff of how the process is, like making the songs, well, not making the songs but recording the songs. I don't know if Meow have done that or not. I'll look into it, but I think that would be very good. That would be very interesting, because a lot of companies, they're doing that, and a lot of people are interested in seeing this. And it's not like these girls don't have the talent to, like, the company doesn't have anything to be worried about, be like, oh, but what if they have like a bad moment? Like, no, I don't think they would have a bad moment in the studio. Even if they did, it would be like edited out, obviously. Their only issue for me personally is music. I think they need a better musical direction. But other than that, like, the girls are doing fantastic, and I'm so excited for their future. And you guys are wondering, what the fuck do you want to do with all their projects? And I'm gonna tell you, we need to pause the aesthetic push and invest in cultural literacy. Thank you. We need to highlight member authenticity. Like, how is Bailey in this group and she's being overshadowed by this dumbass? Oh, the Tarzan fans are gonna come get me. Oh, I've triggered so many fandoms. I don't care. I don't care. Like, why are you defending this? You're the problem, not me. Members like Bailey, Wu-chan, even Tarzan himself. I read that he was like a famous dancer. Can we highlight that instead of turning him into this caricature of Black people? Like, can we please use his strengths to promote this guy instead of low-key making him a punching bag? I definitely think that all their projects, like, they need to take a moment. We need some cultural literacy. We need apologies. And I don't need the apology, but I'm not gonna lie, I would at least appreciate a little something. It doesn't affect my culture, but it definitely how do I say this? I think with the Black Label allowing one of their artists to be this ridiculous and again become a caricature of actual real people and their culture and what they have cultivated over the years, something that is so important to them. I think it would open up gates in K-pop to not only appropriate Black culture further, but I'm afraid like it would bleed into other cultures as well. Next thing we know, we see an idol wearing a bindi. Like, that would be, oh god. Isna, which I think Isna should not have Teddy as their producer. Like, I think a softer vibe would fit them a lot more than whatever the hell their new comeback was. Oh my god, my septum has to stay put. But I don't know, like, what I've written down is limit external collaborations to persevere exclusivity, label them as the Black Label Atelier project. But I think, I know that I've thought about it a bit more, they just shouldn't have Teddy as the producer. Like, that's a solution. Teddy's legacy was built on innovation. The next era should focus less on scarcity and more on resonance. He built a sound that defined a generation, but in 2025, luxury alone isn't enough. Fans expect presence, authenticity, and transparency. The Black Label strategy can still work, but it needs to adapt. You can't sell exclusivity in an industry built on access. So that was my video on the Black Label and my opinions on this whole matter. Please share with me your opinions. Be respectful. Please. No, I may have insulted Tarzan a little myself, and I do apologize for that. Actually, maybe I was a little mean, but like sometimes, like, I can't be nice about I'm sorry, I can't be nice about this thing. Like, it bothers me. So I can't be nice about it. And you know what? If his fans decide to be disrespectful to me, I'll be disrespectful back. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments what you thought. Share your own opinions. If you disagree with me, do share. But be nice about it. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. Let's expand it out. Like, what would you guys do if you could manage these groups? And let me know if there are any other videos you would like to see, any other K-pop videos, honestly, any videos. If you're curious and you want to know things and you want me to do more deep dives. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a like, hit the bell thingy so you get the notifications, and please subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one, and let's hope it doesn't take me another 2 years to come back. Okay, bye.